film called Storytime. I got a really cool opportunity to work with Into the Void Films, and we're gonna make a full-length feature. Both of us have never made a full-length feature films. We've done short films, and I'll leave their channel in the description below. Go check them out. They've got a few short films on their channel, and check out my channel as well if you don't know me. My name is Bridget Johnson. I'm 15 years old. I've been a filmmaker and like a YouTuber, if you count YouTube as film. Basically is, but I've been a YouTuber for almost 4 years, and I made my first film in 2013. Yeah, my first film was No Answer. If you guys saw that, comment below. You guys are awesome. If you've been sticking with me for my first film, and now I'm working on my first feature film, so thank you guys for supporting me. So Storytime is the full-length feature film we're working on, and it's about teenagers that have their own bonfire and they tell urban legends. So it's a horror anthology film. So each teenager tells an urban legend, and we've got Resurrection Mary, which I'm doing. And I chose Resurrection Mary because I found the story interesting as a kid, and my mom and dad would always tell me it, try to scare me. So I wanted to research more about it and find out more. Into the Void Films, they're doing The Stranger, The Killer in the Backseat. Keep calling it The Stranger in the Backseat, but it's The Killer in the Backseat. And Bigfoot, and then their cousin is also collaborating with us, and he's doing some half goat and half human thing that kills people on a bridge. I don't really know what that's about. I'm going to tell you about the urban legend of Resurrection Mary and what I'm doing with the story. Okay, so Resurrection Mary is about a girl named Mary, and she took place in the 1930s, and it was winter when this all happened according to the legends. So she goes to a dance, and then she gets in an argument with her boyfriend John, and then she storms out and gets hit by a car. Now, there are various legends and stories of Resurrection Mary that she might have hitchhiked and then she got hit by the car. That's what I'm doing. So she gets hit by a car and she becomes a ghost, and then she hitchhikes rides and gets into people's car, and then the driver will see her, and then she'll say the snow came early this year, and then she'll say, can you drive me home? And her home is the cemetery. So she'll be like, drive down Archer Avenue and let me off right now, let me off right now. And the person will pull up to the cemetery, and she'll either disappear or she'll run through the gates and disappear through the gates. So that is what Resurrection Mary is. Personally, I've never seen her, but I did go to the cemetery, and I'll get to that a little bit later. So what I'm doing with the story is Mary Bergovi's story. Now, there are possible people Resurrection Mary could have been, or it's just an urban legend that people made, but people think it could be this girl named Anna Norkus. Mary Bergovi, even though she's not blonde, I still think she's the most possible Resurrection Mary. So my story of Resurrection Mary is basically Mary Bergovi's story, and I'm using all the characters' names of Mary Bergovi. So I had to do a lot of research and genealogy on Mary Bergovi, and it was really fun and interesting, and I found out a real person's story, so that was really cool. So let me tell you about pre-production of my film. So I had to do a lot of research on Resurrection Mary because I knew a little bit about it because my parents told me this story as a child, but I went to the Chicago Public Library and I tried to find newspaper articles about the crash, and I tried to find stories about the ghost, more witnesses of Resurrection Mary, and it was really interesting. And then I went and got myself a family history genealogy of Mary Bergovi, and I found out I actually found the real census of Mary Bergovi in 1930, and her brother Steve is on it, her dad is on it, her mom's on it, and she's on it. So that's really cool that I found that. And I also found her death certificate. So it's really interesting, and her grave is buried in Resurrection Cemetery, but it's a term grave, meaning they don't really know where it is because they didn't have enough money because the family was poor. So people are buried on top of each other, so they don't really know where she's buried at. And what was also really interesting, because I'm doing the Mary Bergovi story basically, I found John Reeker's obituary, which was awesome because Mary Mary Bergovi was dating this guy named John Meeker, and I found his real obituary, and I thought it would lead me somewhere else, but it didn't lead me anywhere. It was only 2 sentences. Oh, here we go. Okay, so it says John Meeker. I don't know if this is gonna be backwards. I started off writing back in Thanksgiving break. I started writing. I started getting ideas, doing my research, and then I started writing, and then I did a rough draft, and then I made a lot of changes. I had a table read with my family members, which was really cool, and we played different roles, and it was really cool to hear your lines read out loud for the first time. So we did a table read, and then I made a lot of changes, wrote, rewrote, wrote again, and I'm still rewriting it. I feel like in film, you're always making changes no matter what, even if it's in pre-production, post-production, or just production. You're always making changes to your script or like to the footage or any of it. You're always making changes in film. Then after I wrote my script and I made a final draft, I went location scouting to 3 places. I went to my local cemetery because I think they would allow me to film, because I got denied by Resurrection Cemetery, I got denied. Oh, what is my camera doing? And then I went to the O. Henry Ballroom, which people say is the ballroom that Mary danced at. Goes to scene like at the ballroom trying to pick up guys and trying to like dance with other guys. So I went there and the woman seemed nice on email. So I emailed her saying I wanted to film there and I have no budget basically. So I said, for free, can I get this location? And then she's like, yes, come in and have a meeting with me. She's like Polish or something. Yeah, that's totally a Polish accent. I went to the O. Henry Ballroom and it is really, really pretty inside and it's really big. And then we had a meeting and she wanted $300. $300! Do I look like a millionaire, to tell the truth? Do you think I have $300 laying around? I'm a student, I need to pay for college, I need to get into college first. But I'm only a sophomore, so I have to wait a few years, but seriously, $300 and I only have to film 2 scenes there. 2 scenes for $300, no way. But I got the location sealed at my local cemetery, so I will be filming there. And the guy was super sweet. He's like this old guy, and he's really nice, and he's like, it gets lonely around here, which is really sad, you know, because people are dead, so, well, people are passed away, so their graves are there, so it is kind of lonely. But that cemetery is really peaceful, and it's really quiet, except I'm gonna have to deal with the wind, and there's traffic. That's another issue because this film takes place in the 1930s, and I can't get any of the modern cars in any of my shots. After I went location scouting, I started to cast. I had online auditions. I'm still having online auditions. If you guys want to audition, I'll put all the information if you want to audition in the description below. And there's also extras. You could be an extra. I need a lot of extras, extra dancers, and extra ghosts. So if you want to do that, comment below and I'll give you all the information. And yeah, so I held auditions at my school. Like I basically casted half my cast, and I need to find Mary's mom and Mary's dad, and that's basically it. I've got possible people for Mary I'm trying to pick from. There's 3 people so far that like I really want as Mary, but I don't know which one to choose because they're really, really good. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and comment below if you've ever had an experience with a ghost or even with Resurrection Mary. Also, I'm interviewing Ursula BIELSKI. Sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong because I don't know how to say your last name, but she was on Ghost Adventures, and that's so awesome that I get to interview her. Resurrection Mary is a romance and a horror. It has romance elements, horror elements, and like supernatural elements. So it fits like basically all the genres because it is also a comedy. There is a couple lines I wrote that are supposed to be funny and people did laugh when we did the table read. So man, I'm interviewing Ursula and this other girl, Pam, my Aunt Mary's friend who saw Resurrection Mary. So I'm really excited to interview them. That's going to be coming up soon too. Like in a week from now, I'm going to go interview Ursula. So if you have any questions for like a ghost hunter, and look her up too. I'll leave like all the information in the description. But look her up and see if you guys want to ask her questions. Leave them in the comments below and I'll ask her, because I've got like a whole list of questions so far, so I'm excited. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and comment below anything about Resurrection Mary or Ghost or anything you want basically, except if it's me, then don't comment it. But so yeah, be curious, go on adventures, try new things, except for dangerous things, and I'm out. Wow, it just got really windy. Maybe she's out here, guys.